Welcome to Mizo's Creed. We're back with a new video, and today I wanted to just answer a question that a couple of you have been asking me, and it's basically been on the topic of how do I stay consistent? How do I stay focused, on this journey that we're on? Okay, now I think before we talk about how to really stay consistent, before we diagnose the problem, we must understand the problem, okay? Nowadays, we live in a generation that wants to be rewarded without being deserving of the reward, meaning we don't want to put in the work required to see what the work grants, okay? Now, what does this mean? Nowadays, people expect instant gratification, okay? Because that's all we're used to. Oh, we're feeling a little bit bored? Okay. We have so many devices. We have phones we can pick up, laptops, iPads/tablets, TV screens, monitors, which can lead on to PCs, gaming, PlayStations. Okay, we have like Nintendos and Switches. So many different ways to just give us this feeling of instant gratification and instant dopamine outbursts. What does this mean? This naturally makes anything to do with hard work, anything that is hard to do in a moment, and that we can only see the benefits maybe weeks, months, or even years down the line, completely irradical, completely insane. Why the hell would I decide to do XYZ and only see the benefits in 3 months? Why would I do that when I can just go and scroll for an hour and fuel that and quench that thirst and go back to sleep? Which person are you? Are you the first person who will scroll all day or play games all day so that they can feel this fake feeling of happiness in that moment? Or are you willing to put in the work today, tomorrow, and the week after that to reap the rewards that come the months after and the years after that? Which person are you? Now these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And when you look at society, you really realize how so many people have been conditioned to live a certain specific lifestyle. It's all about separating yourself from the masses. That's all it is, And it's never been so easy to be in the top 5% of people, the top 3% of people, because so many people are just going down the wrong path. Are in misdirection for whatever reason. Okay. Cool. Okay, so now we've been on this pathway. Maybe we've learned a little bit. We've changed up our whole outlook on life. Cool. How do we really make sure that we stay and continue and on this path? Okay. In previous videos, I've spoken about thinking like an athlete, like someone who, has a profession in sports. They live a very strict lifestyle, a very strict regimen in what they eat, when they sleep, their lifestyle essentially. Okay. We've touched on, and I say touched on because I believe this one's a very, very, very important one, and we can talk about it for so long, and I am planning on doing so in future. But we've spoke about these on my wall right here, habit trackers. Okay, I currently have 5 on my wall right now, signifying 5 months. Okay, and it's currently February, okay? It's currently February. And yeah, we spoke about habit trackers, you know, very lightly. Obviously, if you're new here, you can go and watch my previous video. I believe it's my first video, the pilot video is called Pilot. I touched on habit trackers there, and the video about, you know, thinking like an athlete, that's my previous video. So go and check those out. You know, after this video, right now, it doesn't really matter. Just do as you please. You understand? Cool. If we're to further touch upon the acts of staying consistent and following our purpose, we need to understand why. We need to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Okay? Because that's what will help us in the times where it's really hard, when we really want to stop, when we really want to just give up. The reason why we started really is what's going to help us keep going. It's what's going to help pull us out of the rut. Right? Now, for you, it will naturally be different than for me. Okay? But I'm going to spare you all of the bull crap. Okay? I'm going to spare you all the bullshit. Straight up. Okay? It's going to be hard. Naturally, it's going to be hard. If you want to live a lifestyle that you see on social media, okay, you see Andrew Tate, you see Luke Belmar, Iman Gadzhi, who else? Who else? You know, you got all these entrepreneurs, right? There's Jack Hopkins, Hamza Ahmed, you know. Who else do we have? There's so many. There's really so many to pick from. It's all about sacrifice, you know. And I'm going to try and speak about this segment in as very little time as possible, because I don't want these videos to go too long. But we've heard of motivation, okay? And at this point, surely we know that motivation can really only take you so far. If anything, motivation is what you need before you go anywhere. Motivation is what gets you out of bed at 2 a.m. and makes you start doing push-ups. Have you ever, like, you know, just decided, oh, I'm gonna start working, I'm gonna change overnight, I'm gonna change my family's life? That's what motivation does. Okay? And then when you're 50 push-ups in and you start thinking to yourself, oh, you know what, maybe this ain't for me, you know. You know, maybe this ain't really for me, yo. You know, that's what motivation. That's where motivation ends. What comes in then? Discipline. Discipline will take you from 50 push-ups to 60 push-ups to 70 push-ups to 80 push-ups to as many push-ups as required. But the third one, which is what so many people lack, is sacrifice. And I believe this is the last segment of the three. This is the trifecta. Yeah? The last one is sacrifice. You're giving up family time. You might be an adult. You might be a family man watching my content. You know, you might have a wife and kids. Okay? Or you might just be a student. Doesn't matter. Sacrifice is what will take you from this place of only being able to complete so much to having boundless, and I mean truly boundless, you know, heights that you can reach for yourself. Boundless. What can you give up to put true dedication into your craft, to put true dedication into what gives you purpose and fulfillment? You know, that's really what it means. So many people out there, right, and I'm talking to you specifically, the younger generation, right? So many of you guys just do things in your day-to-day life that naturally will lead you astray, okay? Now, I don't want to go into too much of a tangent, but just simple things like smoking, for example. Go and ask any 15-year-old out there, 14-year-old out there, guys your age, even up to like 25. Do you smoke? No, I only vape. I'm saying, like, what? No, I don't smoke, I only vape. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about this mindset. It's really, it's the same thing, you know? And then what will they say after that? When you look at them kind of funny. Oh, I can quit at any time. I can stop any time. My nigga, you can stop any time. Why haven't you stopped? In fact, forget that. Why would you stop? Genuinely ask them, why would you stop? And then they'll start telling you, oh, because, you know, it's not really the healthiest thing to do. And to be honest, I just waste too much money on it. And, you know, it just takes up my time. And it just, you know what I mean? They already know. They already know why this shit is lethal. You're sucking on a plastic electronic device, okay, that pulls oxygen out of the air, and like a catalytic converter, instead of it being a cleaning process, it turns it into a gas that you want to now inhale into your body and poison your alveoli, so that when you want to go and do respiratory activities, you're struggling because your body cannot take in the oxygen for gaseous reproduction, for gaseous exchange. Okay? Now, this is scientific knowledge that you guys are not aware of. But I'm giving it to you for free. And it's all about how bad you want it. You really need to think to yourself, how bad do I want it? I was talking to one of my boys in college the other day. Not going to go into details about what the issue was, but I told him, right? If your mother right now, there was a disease that the doctors diagnosed her with, she told her, you only got 3 months to live. Sorry about that. She's only got 3 months to live, 2 months to live. Maybe you're in a second world, you know, you're in a country where you gotta pay for medication, all of this. They told you this medication costs £3,000. I can guarantee you, within even 1 month, you've already found 2K. You've already found 2,500. You've already found a 3,000. I can guarantee you. What does this mean? If the problem is dire enough, if the problem is bad enough, you will find a solution. So when I ask you, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want this lifestyle that you dreamed of? How bad do you really want to change your parents' situation? How bad do you really want to change your own life and the life for your siblings? How bad do you want to change things for those that you care about? Okay, for yourself, for your future family and your future kids. Because you can ask me, bro, you can ask the people I tell out there. I tell people, look, I can't wait to have children. I love my kids. I love my son. And I haven't even had him yet. How bad do you want to change things for those people? Because if you don't want it as bad as me, I'm gonna tear you down. I'm gonna destroy you in the years to come. When you decided to get your stuff together somewhat, but you really ain't really all there. You're not serious. You're not a serious person. But you decided to take up Muay Thai. You wanted to go fight. I'm gonna rip you to shreds. I'm gonna walk all over you. Okay, in business, you've got a mindset, and you really ain't got no direction. You're still being a degenerate. You're still doing all these nonsense, time-wasting activities. I'm gonna run rings around you. You need to have that fire from within. How bad do you want it? And enough of you just don't want it bad enough. And if you do want it bad enough, if you really do want it bad enough, genuinely say to yourself right now, I want it badly. Say it to yourself right now. And don't give me this bullshit where, oh, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to listen to this guy who's speaking through his phone to me over YouTube. Or if you don't, I'm not forcing you. I always tell people, look, I don't really care. I need people one day to park my car for me whilst I go to the hotel and eat nice food. To go and clean my hotel once I actually get there. I need, you feel me? I need people to flip these burgers quickly so I can be on my way. You get where I'm coming from? How bad do you want it? No one cares. I made a show on this, but I was just saying, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your situation as much as you should care about your situation. And if you don't really care about your situation, don't expect it to change. Don't expect it to change. You understand? It's been Mizzo's Creed. Honestly, appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. More videos are coming. It's been about 2 days since my previous one, but we're back, so I'm gonna see you guys soon. Take care.